Welcome back to my new video. Today's lesson, I'm going to show you how you can implement data frames using Golang with a library or package called go-gota. Okay, go-gota. And this library, it helps you to subset data, filter data, join data, mutate data, arrange, summarize, all kinds of data manipulations, okay? You can do left join, inner join, group by, you can drop some columns, describe, do cross join, all the data frame or data wrangling methods that you see in pandas, those who are familiar with Python pandas, okay? So let's jump right into the IDE. I'm going to create a new project, which I'm going to call data data frame wrangling, okay? Data frame dash wrangling. As usual, I want to delete this file, go.mod, and create a new one. I'm going to type the command go get or go mod init, and then I'm just going to call it data frame dash wrangling. Then I'm just going to do mod tidy. Okay, so now, as you can see, we have the mod file here. I'm also going to install the go-gota library. Okay, so this is how I'm going to install it. Go get github.com/go-gota/gota. So you see, it added this library to our go mod. You see, we have it here, and it's version 0.1.0. So as you can see, inside the go.sum, we have all these dependencies. Okay. I'm now going to create my go main file. So from here, I'm going to drop in a data set, okay? So within this directory, I'm going to paste this data set called data.csv. Okay, so this is a movie data set. I'm going to drop the link to this data set in the description box below. So as you can see, it has 4 columns: user ID, movie ID, ratings, and then the timestamp. Okay, so let's close this. So I'm going to start by opening this file. So within the main file, I'm going to say CSV file, and then the arrow. Then I'm going to use the OS library to open this CSV file called data.csv. And I'm going to handle the error. If there is this error, I want to panic, or I can log the error. Else, I'm now going to read as data frame using go-gota. Okay. So I'm going to say data frame dot read CSV. Okay. So once I do that, you can see we have the imports here at the top, go-gota / data frame. Now I'm going to read this CSV. Okay, I'm going to pass this CSV object in, and this is going to return just a data frame. So I'm going to call it df. Okay. So now I can print this df. Also, I can print maybe the number of columns in this data frame. So %d new line, I'm going to say df dot number of call, okay? Then let me copy this and paste it here. And then I'm going to print the number of rows in this data set, which I'm going to call nrow. Okay. So let's print this for now and see what we get. Okay, so I think it also needs, I need to add this library as well. Let me see. Not sure why these errors, but let me do this and see. So it's adding this library also, golang.org/x net v1 gonam. Okay, so I just added that. Let's see if we're gonna have the same issues. Let me print f this. Okay, so let's rerun it. Okay, now we're good. So once you come into the Go mode, I think the X and then the gonam has been added. Okay. So now you can see there is about 100,000 rows and then 4 columns. So these are the column names. And then this is the number of columns and then the number of rows. Right? So let me also try to see if I can describe this data set. So describe function. Print ln. Okay, so let's run this. So if I describe this data set, you can see the mean for the username, and then the mean for movie ID, the mean for ratings, okay, the median, standard deviation, the quartiles, Q1, Q2, and Q3, and then the maximum. Okay, the maximum rating is 5, and then the minimum is 1. Okay, the average is 3.5 ratings. Okay, so that is how you describe the entire data set using the describe function. So let's do something interesting. We want to filter the ratings, okay? We want to filter all the ratings that are equal to 5. So in the data set, there are some ratings. This one, we want to filter all the ones that are 5, only the 5, okay? So let's do that. So we're going to use the filter. So I'm going to call this object df filter. And then I'm going to say df.filter. And this takes a data frame, okay? Takes a data frame dot f. The f is extract, okay? And this struct, we need to pass in the column name. And this column name, we have ratings, rating. And then it takes something called comparator, okay? Comparator, and this is coming from a series, okay? So comparator, and then we say series dot equal, because we want all the ratings that are equal to 5, okay? And then we have comparando. Comparando is the value that we want to filter on, okay, which is 5. All right. We want to filter on the 5. Now we can now print this df filter. So we just want to filter based on this column and all the values that are in this column that is equal to 5. Okay, so let's do this. So as you can see, the ratings, all the ratings that are equal to 5 is being filtered, okay? And then you can see that we have about 21,201 5-star ratings, okay? Out of the 100,000, we have about 21,000 that are having ratings of 5, okay? So that is how you filter using go-gota. Let's now that we have this object, maybe your manager told you to give him or her all the 5-star ratings. So or we can push this object to a CSV file. So let's convert to CSV and then email to our manager or our boss. So we're going to use os.create, and then we give it a new name. We call it 5 stars, okay, .csv. And this is going to return a file object as well as an error. So we can handle this error if we want to log the error. Once that happens, we want to say fmt print and say writing CSV to file. Okay, new line. And then we say df filter dot write CSV. And then we pass in our file objects. Okay, so that is all we want to do if we want to write this object to a file. So let's run this and see what we get. You see, writing to CSV. And as you can see, we have the 5 stars here. So if I click on it, you can see that all the rows has 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 in there. Okay. Okay, so these are all the 5 stars. We can as well do for the 2 stars, 1 star, and 4 stars. Okay. So what if we want to select a column, just a column in our data set? Select a single, or just select column, select columns. So what we can do is we can say df our data frame dot select, and then we have to pass the indices of this data frame, but we can as well pass in a string, a list of strings. Okay, so let's do that. Let's say string, and then we pass in the strings that we want to select. So this is how you do it. Rating. So we just want these 2 columns, okay? And we want to write these 2 columns to a file. So we can say F. We want to suppress the error and say os.create. And then we want to call it movie ratings.csv. So now we can just say .write CSV and pass in our file objects. Okay, so this is how we select these 2 columns, and then we write it to a file, this file that we create in here. So I'm going to run this. Okay, so as you can see, we have the file here, movie ratings. Okay, so if I double click on it, you can see we have movie ID and then the ratings. So this is how you select. We can as well select 2 columns and filter based on the column. That is also workable. Let me see what else I can do. Yeah, I think that is all for this video. In the next video, I'm going to teach you how you can create new column and then apply a function to a certain column and then append it to the entire data set. Okay, so keep watching. I'm going to create that video as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.